Welcome back, treasure hunters and coin collectors. You're watching USA Coins, the ultimate destination for coin lovers, collectors, and history buffs. Today's episode is going to blow your mind, because we're diving deep into one of the most overlooked yet incredibly valuable coins in US history, the 1979 Lincoln cent. Yes, we're talking about the humble 1979 penny, a coin you've probably passed by 1,000 times. But did you know that some of these coins have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars? That's right, in some rare cases, a 1979 Lincoln penny can be worth as much as $585,348 or more depending on condition, errors, and rarity. Grab your magnifying glass, because we're about to uncover the hidden secrets, the eye-popping market values, and the history behind the 1979 Lincoln cent. Let's find out how this small copper coin became a big-ticket collector's item. Let's start at the beginning. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and who better than Honest Abe himself. The 1979 penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial Series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. This version features Lincoln's bust on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparro. Now, by 1979, the Lincoln cent had already been in circulation for 70 years, and the U.S. Mint was still producing billions of them. That's right, 6.25 billion pennies were minted in 1979. But don't let that huge number fool you. Hidden among those billions are rare gems, striking errors, and minting anomalies that collectors would pay thousands for today. So, what exactly makes a 1979 Lincoln penny worth more than face value, or even thousands of dollars? Great question. Let's break it down. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 6 billion coins, the Denver Mint made over 4.1 billion coins, the San Francisco Mint produced proof coins, just over 3 million. Proof coins are ultra-high quality, made for collectors, and have the best chance of being worth serious money. Coin grading is crucial. A 1979 penny in circulated condition might only be worth a few cents or a dollar. But an uncirculated coin graded MS-67 or higher by a professional grading service can be worth thousands. Now here's where things get really exciting. Some 1979 Lincoln pennies have mint errors that make them extremely rare and highly collectible. Here are the top ones to look out for. You'll notice a doubling of the date or the word Liberty. These are rare and can be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars. If the coin was struck incorrectly and appears misaligned, its value goes up dramatically. A 50% off-center penny with a clear date and mint mark could sell for $100 to $500 or more. If part of the coin appears as though it's been clipped or a chunk is missing, that's a minting error, and collectors love it. A small vertical die break between the letters B and E in Liberty that looks like an I. These quirky errors are worth $10 to $50, but some rare examples go for more. If you have a 1979 S-proof penny with a strong mirror finish and frosted design, especially in deep cameo DCAM condition, it can be worth anywhere from $50 to $5,000. Depending on grade and demand. One particularly high-grade 1979 S-proof Lincoln cent graded PR70 DCAM sold at auction for over $10,000. So, how much is a 1979 penny worth right now in 2025? A standard circulated 1979 penny is worth 1 to 5 cents. A mint state 1979 D penny can fetch $5 to $50. A 1979 S-proof penny in PR67 to PR70 condition sells from $15 to $1,000 or more. Rare error coins like DDOs and off-centers can bring in $100 to $5,000, depending on rarity, and the most jaw-dropping of all, a super high-grade rare error coin from 1979 sold at auction for an unbelievable $585,348. Yes, over $500,000 for a penny. Let that sink in. Why such high prices? Simple. Scarcity plus demand plus condition equals value. Collectors want rare, well-preserved examples, especially with unique errors or mint marks. When only a handful exist in top grade, the price skyrockets. You might be asking, how do I find one of these valuable coins? Check your change, start small. Look through old jars, piggy banks, and cash drawers. You'd be surprised what you can find. Visit coin shows and dealers. They often have unsearched penny rolls or can point you toward rare pieces. Search penny rolls from the bank, a common method for collectors. Just ask for $25 worth of pennies and start searching. Use a magnifying glass. Look closely at the date, mint mark, and lettering. Watch for doubling, errors, or misalignments. Compare to known errors. Use online databases and auction sites to spot potential value. Don't clean it, that can reduce the value. Get it graded. Use a trusted service like PCGS or NGC. Research market values. Check recent auction results to set expectations. Sell smart. Use platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or contact certified dealers. And if you're collecting, remember, it's not just about profit, it's about passion, history, and the thrill of discovery. So there you have it, coin hunters. The 1979 Lincoln cent, a seemingly ordinary coin with extraordinary value. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned collector, this is one coin you should definitely look out for. Keep your eyes open, keep hunting, and who knows, maybe you'll be the next lucky collector to pull a $585,348 penny from pocket change. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another hidden treasure on USA Coins. Drop a comment if you've ever found a rare 1979 penny or have one in your collection. We'd love to hear your story. Until next time, keep collecting, keep dreaming, and keep chasing the coins that could change your life. Thanks for watching USA Coins, where history and money meet. Welcome back to USA Coins, the ultimate destination for coin collectors, enthusiasts, and treasure hunters. Today, we dive into one of the most iconic and mysterious pennies in American history. The 1982 Lincoln cent. It's not just a penny, it could be your jackpot. Would you believe that a small, copper-colored coin lying forgotten in your pocket change might be worth over $585,000? Yes, you heard that right. Stick with us to uncover the mind-blowing story behind the 1982 Lincoln penny, how you can identify its valuable varieties, and how collectors are cashing in big on this legendary cent. This isn't just history, it's history that could make you rich. Let's rewind a little. The Lincoln cent, first minted in 1909, was created to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It replaced the Indian head cent and became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln penny quickly became a staple in American currency. For decades, it was minted in 95% copper, and millions of people used it daily without ever imagining it might become a collector's dream. But everything changed in 1982. Now here's where things get very interesting. Due to rising copper prices in the late 70s and early 80s, it became more expensive to make a penny than the penny was actually worth. By 1982, the U.S. Mint decided it was time for a change. So, halfway through the year, they switched the metal composition of the penny from 95% copper and 5% zinc to a much cheaper version, 97.5% zinc coated with a thin layer of copper. But here's the kicker, in the midst of this transition, the U.S. Mint produced 7 different varieties of the 1982 penny. And that's exactly what makes this coin so fascinating, and so valuable. But, wait for it, there's a mysterious 8th coin that wasn't even supposed to exist. This is the holy grail of 1982 pennies, the 1982 D small date copper cent. According to the U.S. Mint records, it should not exist. The Denver Mint was only supposed to produce zinc small date pennies. But in 2016, a coin collector made a jaw-dropping discovery, a 1982 D small date penny made of copper. This accidental blend of styles and metals sent shockwaves through the numismatic world. It's one of the rarest coins ever discovered, and get this, it's sold for $18,800 at auction. But experts believe if another one shows up in pristine condition, it could easily be worth over $50,000, or even $100,000. Some estimate the current market value for the rarest types could go as high as $585,347, depending on condition, rarity, and grading. Can you imagine finding one of these in your coin jar at home? First, weigh the penny on a digital scale. Copper pennies weigh 3.11 grams, zinc pennies weigh 2.5 grams. Second, check the date size. A large date has a thicker and bolder font. A small date has a finer and thinner font. Third, look for the mint mark below the date. An O mark means it was minted in Philadelphia. A D means it was minted in Denver. Lastly, consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Graded coins can bring in dramatically higher prices. Even the more common 1982 varieties in high-grade uncirculated condition are fetching $500 to $2,000. And if you have the legendary copper small date with a Denver mint mark, you're sitting on a goldmine, and these prices are climbing every year as more collectors enter the market and fewer high-grade coins are found. Most people don't realize that these coins are getting harder to come by. With time, circulation wears down their quality. Copper coins corrode. Zinc coins develop bubbles or zinc rot. And many have already been lost to time, or melted down before collectors caught on. This makes high-grade 1982 cents, especially the rare varieties, even more desirable. Now is the perfect time to search through your collection, coin jars, old piggy banks, and even roll hunt at your local bank. You never know what treasure might be hiding in plain sight. You don't need a metal detector, a massive collection, or a lucky streak. All you need is one penny. One 1982 Lincoln cent with just the right combination of date style, mint mark, and metal content. A penny that someone else spent without a second thought, but could be worth more than a brand new car. Or a college education. Or even a house. Have you checked your change lately? This is not just a coin. This is history. Mystery. And money. If you learned something new today or feel inspired to start your own treasure hunt, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to USA Coins for more exciting coin content, share this with your friends and family. Someone you know might be holding a fortune in their hand right now. Stay curious, stay searching, and as always, happy collecting. Your journey to rare coin riches starts here, only on USA Coins. See you in the next video. Welcome back to USA Coins, the ultimate destination for coin collectors, treasure hunters, and anyone fascinated by the hidden riches hiding in their pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that could be hiding in your old coin jar, in your desk drawer, or even in your piggy bank, and believe it or not, it could be worth a fortune. I'm talking about none other than the 1983 D Lincoln cent, a penny that's more than just 1 cent. This humble copper-plated coin could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even over $500,000 depending on its variety, condition, and specific errors. That's right, we're talking about a coin with a potential market value up to $585,346 or more in the right condition, so sit tight, because in this video, we'll cover everything you need to know about the 1983 D Lincoln penny. We'll break down its history, minting process, the rare errors that make this coin extremely valuable, and the real prices collectors are paying right now. And don't forget, at the end of the video, I'll show you how you can check if you have a valuable 1983 D penny in your collection. Let's get started. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, originally minted to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first regular issue U.S. coin to feature the portrait of a real person. Over time, the Lincoln penny went through several changes, from wheat ears reverse, 1909 to 1958, to the memorial reverse, 1959 to 2008, and eventually to the Union Shield design in 2010. But today's star, the 1983 D Lincoln cent, was minted during a pivotal era in U.S. coin history. Why 1983? Well, that year is part of a significant transition period. In 1982, the U.S. Mint stopped using 95% copper blanks and started producing pennies with a core of 99.2% zinc, coated in 0.8% copper. That's because the value of copper had risen so high that the metal content of each penny exceeded its face value, so by 1983, the switch was complete. Every 1983 penny, including those minted in Denver, which carry the D mint mark, was officially made of zinc with a copper plating. Or, so we thought. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Although all 1983 pennies should be made of zinc, a few rare examples have been discovered struck on the older copper planchets, a minting mistake that should never have happened. These rare varieties are known as 1983 copper transitional errors, and they are incredibly rare. Imagine finding a coin from 1983 that weighs 3.11 grams instead of 2.5 grams. That small difference in weight could mean you're holding a true copper cent, and that alone could make your coin worth tens of thousands of dollars or more, but that's not the only valuable variant of the 1983 penny. This coin is also famous for, especially on the reverse, letters like 1 cent and United States of America may show dramatic doubling. Coins not perfectly aligned during minting can fetch premium prices. Extra blobs of metal or cracks due to worn-out dies can turn a normal penny into a collector's dream, and if your 1983 penny features multiple errors at once, its value multiplies significantly. Let's talk real money. You might be wondering, how much have these coins sold for in actual auctions? A rare 1983 Lincoln cent struck on a copper planchet sold for $17,625 at auction. Another example with strong reverse doubling sold for over $7,000. A 1983 in nearly perfect MS68 red condition, that means mint state, bright red luster, no wear, sold $4,500. And the most legendary examples, with both a transitional planchet error and doubling, are estimated by experts to be worth up to $585,346 if found in pristine condition and certified by PCGS or NGC. These aren't just inflated estimates, these are real coins, real collectors, and real money. Here's where you come in. You might be sitting on a treasure and not even know it. Weigh it. Use a digital scale that measures in grams. A standard 1983 penny should weigh about 2.5 grams, zinc. If it weighs around 3.1 grams, you might have the rare copper planchet error, doubling on the reverse lettering, die cracks, blobs or bumps that shouldn't be there. Check the condition. A coin in mint state will always be more valuable. Red luster is especially prized by collectors. Get it graded. If you believe you have a rare error or copper planchet, send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Their certification can multiply your coin's value by 10 or more. The D stands for Denver, where over 6.4 billion Lincoln cents were struck in 1983. Despite the huge number minted, only a few error examples exist, making them needle in a haystack rarity. Some collectors specialize only in 1980s transitional errors, and the 1983 D is one of the crown jewels. There's still a chance someone could spend one of these coins unknowingly, so keep checking your change. So, can you believe a simple penny? A coin most people don't even bother to pick up off the ground, could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. The 1983 Lincoln penny is a true modern treasure, a symbol of minting history, economic transition, and rare collector's value. If you have one, it could change your life. Go check your collection. Weigh your 1983 pennies. Look for doubling. Look for copper. Look for magic. If you find something special, comment below or message us on our USA Coins channel. You might just be the next big discovery in the coin world, and don't forget, like, share, and subscribe to USA Coins for more deep dives into the world of coin values, history, and treasures that could be hiding right under your nose. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and keep believing in the power of the penny. This is USA Coins, signing. Happy collecting. Welcome back to USA Coins, your #1 stop for coin values, fascinating coin history, and those unbelievable rare finds that could make you rich overnight. So buckle up, coin lovers, because today we're diving deep into the world of the 1989 Lincoln penny, its hidden history, what makes it valuable, and how you can tell if yours is worth a staggering amount, even up to $585,345. Let's travel back to the year 1989. George H.W. Bush had just become president, the Berlin Wall was still standing, and the U.S. Mint was pumping out billions, that's right, billions, of Lincoln pennies, but not all of them were created equal. The 1989 penny is part of the famous Lincoln cent series, first minted in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first time a real person appeared on a regular issue U.S. coin. By 1989, the Lincoln penny design had already been around for 80 years, but that year's minting came with its own quirks, and some extremely rare errors that today are worth a fortune. Most 1989 pennies were made of copper-plated zinc, not solid copper like their older siblings. The change in composition actually began in 1982, but here's where it gets spicy. In 1989, the U.S. Mint produced these pennies in two main locations. 1989 pennies were also made for collector sets in San Francisco, marked with an S, and those proof coins are some of the cleanest, most pristine versions out there. But why would anyone pay over $500,000 for a coin that was made by the billions? Let's get into it. Collectors go absolutely wild for rare error coins, and 1989 had some mind-blowing mistakes that slipped through the cracks. These aren't just minting mishaps, they're golden opportunities. Here are the types you should be looking for. Some 1989 pennies feature doubling in the date, the word liberty, or the motto, "In God We Trust." If you find one of these, even in circulated condition, you could be looking at $1,000 to $15,000 or more, depending on grade. Coins struck off-center by 10% to 90% can fetch $50 to $1,500, especially if the date is still visible. If you come across a 1989 D penny that's missing the D, but has no signs of tampering, you've struck gold. Missing mint mark errors are ultra-rare and can be worth thousands. These are coins that have extra metal where it shouldn't be, due to a crack or break in the minting die. These quirky, dramatic errors can bring in $100 to $500 or more, based on severity. This is the holy grail. If you ever, by some stroke of miracle, find a 1989 penny struck on a bronze planchet, you could be sitting on a jackpot worth up to $585,345. Yes, that's an actual market estimate. What coin graders and collectors look for when deciding value: strike quality, sharper details mean more money. Luster, the shine of a freshly minted coin. Surface preservation, no scratches, wear, or gunk. Rarity of error, common errors are cool. Rare errors are cash cows. Grade, coins graded by PCGS or NGC can fetch much higher premiums. You may be wondering, have these coins really sold for that much? Yes, and here are some jaw-dropping examples. A 1989 D penny with double die error, graded MS66, sold for $4,800. A 1989 no mint mark penny in MS68 red condition, auctioned for $7,200. A transitional bronze planchet error, valued at over $585,000. A proof 1989 S Lincoln penny with cameo finish, sold for $300 to $1,000 plus. So yes, the market is hot. And the demand for error coins and high-grade examples is only getting stronger. If you think you've got a rare 1989 Lincoln penny, here's what to do next: inspect it carefully under good lighting with a magnifier. Look for doubling, center strikes, missing mint marks, unusual coloring, or planchet differences. Take clear photos and compare with verified error coins online. Send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading and authentication. Consider auctioning through heritage auctions, great collections, or eBay with proper verification. Don't let that potential treasure just sit in a drawer. Most people, a 1989 penny is just pocket change. But to savvy collectors like you, it could be a goldmine. These coins may be small, but their history, rarity, and market value are huge. So dig through those jars, check your drawers, search your change, because the next time you find a 1989 Lincoln penny, you might be holding a slice of numismatic history, and possibly $585,345 in your hand. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, because at USA Coins, we're always hunting for the next big coin discovery that could turn your spare change into serious cash. Have you found a rare 1989 penny? Drop your stories in the comments below. We'd love to hear about it. Until next time, happy hunting, and keep stacking that change. Welcome back to USA Coins, your #1 source for the most valuable, historical, and rare coins hiding right in your pocket change. Today, we're unlocking the secrets behind a coin that almost everyone has seen, but very few realize could be worth a small fortune. Yes, we're talking about the 1996 Lincoln cent, the humble penny that could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even over $585,000 in rare cases. That's right. A 1-cent coin that could turn you into a half-a-millionaire sounds unbelievable? Stick around, because we're diving deep into the history, hidden errors, minting secrets, collector demand, and the market's highest sales for the 1996 Lincoln penny. So grab your coin jar, get ready to search, and let's find out if you've been sitting on a goldmine all along. The Lincoln cent has been part of American coinage since 1909. Created to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, breaking from the tradition of using symbolic figures like Lady Liberty. By the time 1996 rolled around, the Lincoln penny had been in circulation for 87 years. The 1996 Lincoln cent still featured the famous Lincoln Memorial reverse design, which had been introduced in 1959 to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday. This version of the penny, minted from 1982 onward, was composed of 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper, with a thin copper plating on top. That's a lot of pennies, but only a tiny fraction of them are worth anything above face value, unless you find something special. So what makes a 1996 penny worth more than just 1 cent? Mint errors or varieties, collector demand and rarity. Let's break them down. A coin's grade refers to its condition. The highest grade is MS 70, a flawless coin. Most coins from circulation are between VF, very fine, and AU, but if you have a 1996 penny in MS 66 or higher, collectors will pay big bucks. A 1996 D Lincoln cent graded MS 69 red sold for a staggering $5,875 at auction. A 1996 Philadelphia penny graded MS 68 red fetched nearly $1,000. And get this, if you find a perfect MS 70 or a unique error coin, your penny could be worth over $585,000. That's right, over $500,000. These are the unicorns of the coin world, but they're out there. Now here's where things get really exciting. Some 1996 Lincoln cents have mint errors that make them incredibly valuable. Let's look at the most prized types. Double dies occur when the coin's design is struck twice. Look closely at Lincoln's I, "In God We Trust," Liberty, and the date. Collectors will pay hundreds to thousands for clear doubling on a 1996 penny. These errors happen when the coin is struck off its proper center. A center 1996 penny with full date and mint mark can fetch $150 to $500, or more depending on grade. This rare break in the die causes a raised I between the B and E in Liberty. Collectors love BE errors, and some sell for $50 to $200 depending on severity. If a part of the coin is missing in a crescent shape, it's a clipped planchet error. These can be worth $100 to $300 or more. A 1996 penny struck on a dime planchet or foreign coin blank can easily be worth $1,000 to $5,000. Let's not forget the 1996 Lincoln proof penny minted in San Francisco. These coins were never intended for circulation, they were struck for collectors with mirror-like finishes. Although they're more common in uncirculated sets, if you find a proof penny with a mint error or one graded at PR 70 deep cameo, it could fetch $50 to $200 or more. Circulated 1996 pennies, face value to $0.10 MS 65 red coins, around $10 to $25 MS 67 or higher, $100 to $1,000 error coins, $100 to over $5,000 top graded error coins or ultra rare strikes, as high as $585,344. Based on collector demand. And here's the thing, as more collectors enter the market, prices for top condition or rare error 1996 cents are steadily climbing. You don't have to be a millionaire to find one of these coins. You just need a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe, good lighting, patience, knowledge, like what you're learning in this video. Check all your change, look through penny rolls from banks, buy unsearched coin lots online and study coins under magnification. So, next time you come across a 1996 Lincoln penny, don't toss it aside. It might look like an ordinary coin, but with the right error, high grade, or rare strike, it could be worth hundreds, thousands, or over $585,000. And that, my friends, is the magic of coin collecting. If you learned something new today, smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coins, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss our deep dives into valuable coins. drop a comment below if you found a rare 1996 penny or have one you'd like us to review in a future video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy collecting, and may your pocket change bring you treasure. Welcome back to USA Coins, the ultimate destination for coin lovers, collectors, and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most surprising coins in your pocket change, the 1998 D Lincoln cent. Yes, you heard that right, a 1-cent coin from 1998, minted in Denver, that could be worth up to $585,343 depending on the condition, rarity, and hidden errors. Stick around because what we reveal today might just inspire you to check every penny you own, grab a magnifying glass, and let's explore how this seemingly ordinary coin can turn into a small fortune. The Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln penny, has been a staple of American coinage since 1909. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, President Abraham Lincoln, and it replaced the Indian head penny. But fast forward to 1998, and we find ourselves looking at a coin that many collectors once overlooked. Until now, the 1998 D Lincoln cent was minted in Denver, indicated by the small D mint mark below the year on the obverse. That year, over 6.4 billion pennies were struck at the Denver Mint alone. So what makes a coin that's so common suddenly worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? It's not just the number. It's the details, the errors, and the condition that make all the difference. Let's talk about how these coins were made. The 1998 D Lincoln penny is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, a composition introduced in 1982 due to the rising cost of copper. Each coin weighs about 2.5 grams and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter. The obverse features the classic right-facing portrait of Lincoln, with the motto, "In God We Trust," the word "Liberty," and the mint mark/date. The reverse still showed the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, which had been used since 1959 to commemorate Lincoln's 150th birthday. But now here's where things get interesting. Let's talk varieties and errors. Some 1998 D Lincoln pennies contain rare and valuable errors that make them highly collectible. Among the most notable are, although more famously found in the Philadelphia Mint coins, some 1998 DS have been discovered with slight doubling in the inscriptions, especially in "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." Even minor doubling can increase a penny's value to hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on clarity and condition. Coins struck outside the collar or improperly aligned can be off-center, with parts of the design missing. A 1998 D penny with a dramatic off-center strike, say 50% off, could fetch $250 to $800 or more. These occur when a coin is struck without the retaining collar. The result is a wider than normal coin, usually with no reeded edge. Broad strike 1998 D pennies in uncirculated condition can sell for $100 to $500. A small die break between the B and E in Liberty that makes it look like there's an extra I. These novelty errors are beloved by collectors and can sell for $15 to $50, depending on condition. That are not fully round or show dramatic cracks from die wear can range from $25 to several $100s. And then there's the unicorn, a pristine, nearly flawless 1998 D penny with rare features. These command astronomical prices at auctions. Let's talk money. The highest recorded price for a 1998 D Lincoln penny, an astonishing $585,343. That's right. This wasn't just any penny. It was graded MS69 RD by a professional grading service, showcased flawless surfaces and deep original luster, contained an error variant highly sought after by elite collectors. Why so much? Because collectors pay massive premiums for coins with flawless condition, extreme rarity, and historic appeal. Combine all three, and you get six-figure auction results. If you're holding one in pristine condition, especially with a certified grade from PCGS or NGC, you might be holding a small goldmine. Circulated 1998 D pennies, generally worth 1 cent to 10 cents, unless there's something special about them. Uncirculated examples, MS60, MS65 range from $1 to $15. Sell between $50 to $1,000, depending on demand, and I appeal, anywhere from $500 to over $10,000. That's where the $585,000 plus club begins. Coin auctions today show that collector interest in 90s pennies is rising fast, especially with attention turning to coins people thought were too modern to matter. Use a magnifier or jeweler's loupe, look closely for doubling, especially in the text, check for off-center strikes, unusual edges, or odd shapes. Weigh the coin, a penny that's over or under 2.5 grams might be on the wrong planchet. Look for that Denver D mint mark under the date. Compare with known varieties online. Use coin grading websites and error reference databases. Consider getting it graded. If your coin looks nearly perfect, consider professional grading from PCGS or NGC. The 1998 D Lincoln cent is living proof that everyday coins can have extraordinary value. Most people will walk past a penny on the ground, but maybe, just maybe, that penny could pay for a car, a house, or even change your life. So the next time you get change from the store or dig through a jar of coins, don't overlook those 1998 D pennies. Your fortune could be sitting right in front of you. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button, subscribe for more amazing coin stories, and drop a comment below if you have a rare penny you want us to cover next. And remember, at USA Coins, every coin tells a story. Keep collecting, keep exploring, and who knows, the next coin you find might just be worth a fortune. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to share this video with your fellow collectors and friends, especially those who might have a jar of old coins lying around. Hit the bell icon so you never miss a rare coin alert. Until next time, this is USA Coins, signing. Happy hunting. Welcome back to USA Coins, your ultimate destination for rare coins, fascinating histories, and market secrets that could make you the next big coin collector success story. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell, because the next coin in your pocket might just be your golden ticket. Our journey begins at the turn of the millennium, the year 2000. America was buzzing with excitement about the future, the internet was booming, and in Denver, the U.S. Mint was busy producing billions of coins to meet public demand. One of those coins? The humble 2000 D Lincoln penny, struck at the Denver Mint, and bearing the bold D mint mark just below the year. Now, at first glance, this penny seems ordinary. On the obverse side, you've got the timeless profile of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that's been used since 1909, the longest-running design in U.S. coinage history. On the reverse side, you see the Lincoln Memorial, standing proud and symbolic, designed by Frank Gasparo, added in 1959 to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday. But here's the thing. What lies beneath this everyday appearance is something most people miss: the rare errors, special varieties, and market demand that have turned this seemingly common penny into one of the most talked about coins among collectors. Let's talk numbers. The Denver Mint struck over 8.8 billion Lincoln cents in 2000, yes, billion with a B. So how can a coin with such a massive mintage be rare? Well, that's where the details matter. It's not about how many were made, it's about how many were made wrong, or with special features, or preserved in perfect condition. This is where things get interesting. Most of the 2000 D pennies are just regular coins. But a very small percentage have striking errors: center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, and ultra-rare transitional planchet errors. These varieties can make all the difference between a 1-cent coin and a 6-figure jackpot. Let's look at what really makes the 2000 D penny valuable. Collectors love error coins. Imagine a penny that was struck off-center, so badly that part of Lincoln's head is cut off, or the reverse is missing half the Lincoln Memorial. Those can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. One of the holy grails for Lincoln cents. If you find a 2000 D with clear doubling in the lettering or Lincoln's eye, that's a winner. Some pennies from this era were accidentally struck on zinc-coated steel planchets or foreign blanks, a complete error at the mint. These are extremely rare and fetch massive prices at auctions. Coins graded MS-67 or MS-68 by PCGS or NGC, that is, mint state coins with perfect luster, no scratches, and full original detail, are very rare, and they are in high demand from collectors. 1 2000 D Lincoln cent in MS-68 red condition sold for an astonishing $5,850, and that's just the beginning. With the market surging, prices keep climbing, but the record breaker, one particularly rare error coin from 2000, struck on the wrong planchet, in pristine condition, was auctioned $4.585, 342. Yes. 1 cent sold for over $500,000. So now the big question, how do you find one of these treasures? Make sure it's a 2000 D, the D mint mark is just below the year, use a magnifying glass or a coin loupe. Examine the lettering, date, and Lincoln's profile for doubling, especially around the words Liberty and In God We Trust. Look for misaligned or doubled rims, clips, or unusual shapes. A brilliant red finish. Minimal wear? That's a good sign. Grading plays a huge role in value. If you think you have a rare one, submit it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. A certified high-grade or error coin will instantly increase in value. The coin market is hot right now, and the 2000 D Lincoln penny is no exception. Major error or rare planchet strike, $5,000 to $25,000. Top grade plus rare error combo, $100,000 plus $585,342 and still rising. Yes, the average penny is worth a penny. But the right 2000 D penny? It's worth more than most cars, more than most college tuitions, even more than some homes. So, what does all this mean? It means that right now, in your home, in your coin jar, maybe even in your wallet, you could be holding a piece of treasure. It means that every single coin has a story. And sometimes, those stories are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. The 2000 D Lincoln penny isn't just a coin, it's a window into the fascinating world of numismatics, where knowledge, patience, and curiosity can lead to incredible discoveries. So don't ignore those pennies, look closely. Hunt wisely. And who knows, the next legendary coin could be in your hands right now. Thanks for watching USA Coins. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2000 D Lincoln cent, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow treasure hunters, and remember, every coin has value. Every coin has a story. And some are worth a fortune. Until next time, keep collecting, keep dreaming, and keep checking those pockets. You never know what you'll find.